Governor Gavin Newsom today gave an optimistic look at California's financial future. 17's Ashley Zavala was at the governor's budget presentation today and explains.
The budget picture Governor Newsom painted Friday is a lot brighter than what we saw last summer amid the pandemic. The governor made no mention of any major budget cuts. He says California is clearly poised for an economic recovery.
We're all better off when we're all better off. That's the foundation. Those are the principles.
Governor Gavin Newsom laying out his $227 billion spending plan, $14 billion of which he hopes to use to bolster California's economic recovery. That package includes state stimulus checks to low-income earners, grants to help struggling small businesses across the state, and funding meant to help businesses create and keep jobs. Reopening schools remains a priority, with the governor proposing to spend about $90 billion on California schools, the most money per child ever allocated in the state's history. Other financial priorities include billions towards homelessness and housing and confronting COVID-19 with more testing and contact tracing. Newsom says this budget depends on the ability to distribute vaccines, an effort he hopes to speed up with a $372 million expense. A significant chunk of the governor's spending plan toward recovery comes from a one-time $15 billion windfall after an unexpected surge in state tax revenue.
We are on a much better fiscal footing than anyone could have imagined even a few months ago.
We have one-time resources coming to the state because the projections were undercounted last year. It is not an indication that our economy is strong.
Assemblyman Vince Fong is the vice chair of the Assembly Budget Committee.
Californians are seeing problems getting worse. And this budget doesn't fundamentally solve those problems. Small businesses are closing and struggling. Californians are leaving our state. We see the incompetence of those trying to get unemployment benefits. Homelessness is on the rise, and the list goes on and on.
Separate from the spending plan, California is expecting billions of dollars from the federal government, but exactly how much is still to be determined. Budget hearings begin here at the state capitol Monday. In Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, 17 News.
More of our Central Valley leaders are weighing in on Governor Newsom's budget plan. Senator Melissa Hurtado says in part, quote, "I strongly support the governor's early focus on providing targeted relief to low-income Californians, investing an additional $575 million in grants for small businesses, and waiving state fees for mom-and-pop operations devastated by the pandemic." Bakersfield Assembly member Rudy Salas commented on the budget proposal, saying in part, quote, "With major investments in small business assistance, economic stimulus, school reopenings, and vaccine distribution, California is in position to overcome this crisis and emerge stronger than ever." And Senate Republican leader Shannon Grove did not release a statement on Governor Newsom's budget plan. Instead, she released her own ideas for California's budget. They include prioritizing school openings and recovery from loss of learning for students, and helping small businesses the state forced to close, as well as assistance for deserving workers and not prisoners.